Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Arjun Chaudhary. We're on the top stories we're tracking for you on Thursday, the 23rd of October. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi visits Siachen to meet soldiers. Targeted attack kills 8 Shia Hazaras in southwest Pakistan. And Indian skyline illuminates on Festival of Lights, Diwali. And now for all the details. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Thursday visited India's forward post in northern Siachen. He also celebrated Diwali with the survivors of the recent floods in Jammu and Kashmir.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi celebrated Diwali with the Indian Army personnel stationed at Siachen, the world's highest and coldest battlefield in the northern state. This is the first time ever an Indian Prime Minister is marking the big festival with the soldiers. He also visited Srinagar, the summer capital of Jammu and Kashmir, to meet the victims of the recent floods. The federal ruling Bharatiya Janata Party said the visit shows the Prime Minister's commitment towards the people.
He is standing in solidarity with the people of Jammu and Kashmir, who had suffered the worst floods of all times in the last 100 years. This presents a very sensitive and a sensible face of the Prime Minister of the country as to how the Prime Minister, who is not just the administrative head of the country, but he is also the guardian of the country.
Security analysts said Prime Minister Modi's visit will be a morale booster for the Indian troops stationed at the border.
It is a very positive for motivating and the troops and for raising the morale. In India, we don't have a culture of military. Not many civilians understand what the culture is. And the soldiers, when they get deployed in such isolated places, which are very, very difficult to survive and live, they sometimes do get a feeling that the country has forgotten them. So these gestures by political leaders, particularly by the Prime Minister of the country, are a great morale booster.
Prime Minister Modi's visit also comes amid the prevailing tensions at the line of control as Pakistan continues to violate the ceasefire. Pakistan, which began unprovoked firing at Indian posts and civilians earlier this month, had tried to ask for the United Nations intervention in the dispute. The world body, however, rejected Pakistan's demand and urged both countries to find a long-term solution to the problem through bilateral dialogue.
At least 8 members of the Shia Hazaras community were gunned down in southwestern Pakistan early on Thursday. The incident happened near a vegetable market in Hazarganji in the outskirts of provincial capital Quetta. All the victims were travelling in a bus when the vehicle came under heavy gunfire from unidentified assailants. Though there was no claim of responsibility, police said the incident was a targeted strike. The minority community, which traces its origin to Central Asia, has come under regular attacks by Sunni extremists like the Lashkar-e-Jhangvi and Pakistan Taliban. According to a recent report of the Human Rights Commission of Pakistan, some 200,000 Hazaras have been forced to relocate to other parts of the country or abroad due to the growing attacks. A wave of discontent is sweeping across Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Denied basic rights, Kashmiris are stepping up the demand for complete independence from Pakistani yoke.
The people of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, or POK, are uniting to protest against years of suppression by Pakistan. Kashmiris, who have for more than 6 decades faced the worst, have now realized that they have been used as pawns to further the expansionist policies of Islamabad. Locals took out rallies recently against the illegal occupation of their homeland, denouncing Pakistan and its conspiracy to destabilize the region in the name of Kashmiri cause.
आजाद कश्मीर किसी भी आयन और कानून के रूप से पाकिस्तान का हिस्सा न था और न है। मैं पूछता हूँ यहाँ की इंतजामिया से, इस हुकूमत से, इन मुजाहिदों और चोरों से, इन ठेकेदारों से कि ये किस कानून के तहत यहाँ पर पाकिस्तान के परचम लहरा रहे हैं, ये किस कानून के तहत इस तरह के बेहुदा बैनर जो है वो चौकों पर लटका रहे हैं।
The Himalayan region is effectively ruled by the 13-member Kashmir Council headed by Pakistani Prime Minister. This body, filled with nominees of Pakistani political parties, has some 52 subjects under its control. While Islamabad continues to champion the Kashmiri cause at all international forums, it has maintained a stranglehold on the region by stationing large contingents of its armed forces here. Protesters allege the limited autonomy granted to the local government is a conspiracy to show to the world that it is a self-governing state.
यहाँ पर पाकिस्तान के हुक्मरानों ने अपने कब्जे को बरकरार रखने के लिए ऐसे सियासतदान पैदा किए, ऐसे नायल, ऐसे एजेंट, ऐसे कासालेस, ऐसे वजीफाखोर और दलाल पैदा किए जो अपनी कुर्सी के लिए, जो अपने पेट पूजा के लिए अपनी औलादों को कश्मीर कौंसिल के और आजाद कश्मीर असेंबली के मेंबर बनवाने के लिए आए रोज हमारी किस्मत का, हमारे केस का, हमारे मसले का सौदा करते हैं.
The exploitation and lack of economic opportunities have pushed about 3/4 of the population below poverty line. All this is fueling widespread anger against Pakistan and its puppet regime.
हम नहीं चाहते हैं कि वो वक्त आए कि जब अवाम जो है इन चौकों पर खड़े होने के बजाय मुजफ्फराबाद की असेंबली के ऊपर खड़े हों, इन सरकारी दफ्तरों में खड़े हों और इन लोगों को जो हमारे आकाओं की जो इस रियासत के ऊपर जो काबिज है उनकी दलाली कर रहे हैं, उनकी टाउटी कर रहे हैं और अपने अवाम का सौदा लगा रहे हैं, उनको जूते मारकर यहाँ से बाहर निकालें.
Successive Pakistani regimes have argued that Kashmir's political future must be determined in accordance with the wishes of its people. Yet its own constitutional provisions preclude all political choices to people of POK.
After keeping away from their homes for months now, thousands of internally displaced persons or IDPs in northwest Pakistan had something to cheer, as one of the country's most favourite cricketers managed to get some smiles for the distressed lot.
Shahid Afridi visited an IDP camp in Bannu on Wednesday amid loud cheers from hundreds of cricket fans. Pakistan's T20 captain was in the tribal areas to participate in a friendly match with Team Army 11. One of the most offensive batsmen, Afridi scored 45 runs, helping to lead his team to victory. The all-rounder lauded the local talent, promising of helping them to develop their potential.
जिसका रोना मैं रोता हूँ शुरू से कि एकेडमीज होनी चाहिए यहाँ के बच्चों के लिए, फाटा के बच्चों के लिए. यहाँ बहुत ज़्यादा टैलेंट है लेकिन एकेडमीज नहीं है जिसकी वजह से ये बच्चे ऊपर नहीं आ सकते. और मेरा इंशाल्लाह फ्यूचर में इरादा है कि मैं पेशावर और क्वाड के बीच में एक एकेडमी इंशाल्लाह करूँ. उसके हवाले से इस्लामाबाद में बात हुई है मेरी.
The Pakistan Army, which organized the friendly match, said it was an effort to raise the morale of the IDPs who have been living in miserable conditions ever since the Operation Zarb-e-Azb began in June. The Army said rehabilitating the IDPs was the government's priority.
IDPs की वापसी का ये है कि IDPs की वापसी हमारी बहुत बड़ी तरजीह है और हम एक कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव प्लान के ऊपर काम कर रहे हैं. हमारा ऑब्जेक्टिव ये है कि इनको घरों में लेकर जाएं, लेकिन ऐसे ना हो कि हालात वैसे ही हों जैसे निकलने से पहले थे.
Nearly 90,000 tribesmen were forced out of their homes as army jets pounded their homes in an effort to clear the strongholds of the Taliban.
Hindus in Pakistan are protesting against the resumption of construction near a temple in Pakistan's southern Karachi. The building of a flyover and 2 underpasses around the Sri Ratneshwar Mahadev temple in Clifton area of the commercial hub recommenced on Wednesday after the Sindh High Court suspended its stay order against the work. The area is also site to the Shia shrine of Abdullah Shah Ghazi. The court had in April issued a stay on complaints that the illegal construction would harm the environment and nearby heritage sites. Both the minority Hindu and Shia communities in Pakistan have been demanding stopping of the building work, accusing that the vibrations from excavation on a road next to the 150-year-old temple and the centuries-old revered shrine could cause irreparable damage to the buildings. The religious minorities in Pakistan have long struggled to protect the places of worship and properties from being taken over by land grabbers in the Sunni-majority Pakistan. Amid bright lights, fireworks and an illuminated skyline, India celebrated its big festival of lights with fervour. Take a look at how Diwali festivities unfolded across the country.
Every nook and corner of the country was illuminated with lamps as Hindus celebrated their main festival on Thursday. In eastern provincial capital Ranchi, residents took to last-minute shopping of diyas or earthen lamps, an integral part of Diwali decoration. Despite the Chinese lights flooding the markets, many said they still prefer the ritual of lighting diyas on the auspicious day.
मार्केट में बहुत सारे आर्टिफिशियल लाइट्स आ गए हैं, फिर भी हम लोगों के सोसाइटी में जितने हम लोग मिट्टी के किसी भी चीज़ को जितना पवित्र और महत्व देते हैं उतना हम लोग आर्टिफिशियल चीज़ को नहीं देते हैं। इसलिए आज भी हमारे घरों में जितना मिट्टी के बर्तनों का या फिर मिट्टी के दिया का जितना महत्व है उतना हम लोग आर्टिफिशियल लाइट्स को उतना हम लोग लगाते हैं आर्टिफिशियल लाइट, बट वी ऑलवेज यूज दिस टाइप ऑफ थिंग्स इन आवर पूजा।
Residents of central Raipur thronged markets to complete their Diwali shopping. Diwali marks the return of Lord Ram to Ayodhya after he defeated the demon king Ravan in Lanka. Legend says that millions of lamps were lit when the Hindu god returned home after 14 years of exile in forest. Sweet makers in western Pune were rushing to cater to last-minute orders as the demand for delicacies rose hugely on the main day. Meeting friends and family with ceremonial presents is important on Diwali. Gifting of sweets is also integral to the festival as Lord Ganesha, who is worshipped during Diwali prayers, is said to have a sweet tooth. Local cracker makers in eastern Siliguri were working against time to meet the demand for fireworks in the market. Residents said they got a good deal with variety of crackers this year. Pink City of Jaipur got washed in colours and lights on Diwali too. People of the northwestern provincial capital said it is the best time of the year to visit the desert state of Rajasthan.
विशेष रूप से सजावट होती है, इसको फेमस यहाँ की सजावट ही है। हर एक दुकानदार की सजावट जो होती है अलग हिसाब से होती है अपने।
Diwali is also celebrated in honor of Lakshmi, the Hindu goddess of wealth and prosperity, who is believed to visit the homes of her devotees on the Diwali night. Bursting of crackers and gifting friends and family is an integral part of the most famous Hindu festival.
As the nation saw exuberant Diwali festivities, it was a splash of bold and beautiful on the ramp. While some designers went bohemian, others preferred to stay mystic. Take a look at what all unfurled at this fashion do.
Presenting a bold world, the Wills Lifestyle India Fashion Week 2015 boasted of whites and pastels. And with winter standing on the threshold, designers played around giving a traditional twist to their garments, with silhouettes inspired from the art of India. Chaya Mehrotra stuck to her favourite inspiration from Benares but chose to follow a storyline presenting a modern take on the outfits worn by people in the holy city. She experimented with textiles and block printing on the fabrics of silk and cotton. Mehrotra's loyalty to the natural fibre and an inherent sense of colour harmony were the high points of her collection.
I wanted to bring in the essence and the spirit of Benares. Let the people live the city how we've lived it while growing up there, and explain the essence and spirit of Benares in the garments rather than maybe just bringing about the fabrics here. So that is what I wanted to tell.
A white and peach lineup with floral embroideries was what Ritu Pandey stuck with. The garments included long skirts, achkans, anarkalis with trouser pants, dhoti skirts and kidia tops. Tennis icon Sania Mirza took time off from the courts to sashay down the aisle for Pandey. Known for her sporty chic look, Mirza said the glamour of fashion provides an occasional break from a hectic professional schedule.
No, it was a lot of fun. She's a great designer, and I worked around her for a year. For me, it's something that I don't do very often, so it's always lots of fun.
Designer Ankita Chaudhary used new age metallic string on the basic silhouettes. Natural fabrics like jute, cotton, linen and flax were embellished to create a symbiosis between the feminine shape and natural geometry. Traditional gota added an appeal of luxury to the collection.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude the top stories once again. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi visits Siachen to meet soldiers. Targeted attack kills 8 Shia Hazaras in southwest Pakistan. And Indian skyline illuminates in Festival of Lights, Diwali. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Wish you all a very happy Diwali and good night.